Pastor Ben, thank you so much for allowing us to use your church for this type of event. I want to thank everybody for being here and for being here as a voice for our children. Until I met Bonnie, I was not aware of some of these books being out there in our public libraries, in our schools. As a mother of a 17-year-old that is about to enter adulthood, this still really bothers me that we as taxpayers are actually paying taxes to have these type of books in our schools and in our public libraries. To me, this is astonishing that it's out there. But Bonnie, thank you so much for bringing this to light, because many times people claim ignorance. Oh, I did not know. Well, we're getting to a time in our community, in our country, that ignorance is no longer an excuse.
Amen. We
have to be involved. We have to know what our kids are seeing day to day, what they're being exposed to at schools, because years back, schools were the place where it was a safe space for kids. And nowadays, not so much. And again, this is not against public schools, because I am a product of public schools. And I just think that in these days now, that there is a lot of things that are going on in schools. There's a lot of educators that have their own agenda. They have their own agenda, not only with the curriculum, but with our kids. And as responsible parents, we need to be involved. We need to be aware of what is being taught out there. We need to be involved with our kids. We need to be talking to them. What are you learning? You know, what kind of books are you reading? It wasn't until I started talking to my son specifically about every subject that I ended up finding out about some of the books, some of the poetry that he was being made to read and write about, and put himself in a place of how would you feel, you know, if you were in this position. And after he let me read the poem was about being a homosexual. The poem was about how would you feel if you were a transgender. Imagine, put yourself in that writer's position. How would you feel? What kind of feelings would you have? And my son was very upset about that, and I couldn't understand why he wasn't doing well in the college class that he was taking without me knowing what he was going through. So as a parent, I ask you all to please be involved, be aware, talk to your children. If they're not doing good in school, get deeper into it, because there may be more to it than you are aware. And unfortunately, I learned the hard way. But today, it's not a day about censorship. This is not about censorship, because we as adults, we take full responsibility of what we do, what we say, what we read. But as far as our children are innocent, and we want them to stay that way. Our children are made just like we are, in a vision from God. They are God's children. So we don't want to be allowing just anybody to come into their lives, to come into the public schools and be teaching this nonsense to our kids. We are parents. We are responsible for what our children learn. And I'm sorry, but I am not going to let, whether it's a school board, an educator, a college, tell me what my son is going to learn. I am responsible for that. So again, this is not about censorship. In talking to people, everybody thinks you're trying to remove books. You're trying to remove books from schools and from libraries. No, we are trying to move books from the children's section. We are trying to move books with pornographic pictures and verbiage to adult sections. If adults want to go to that section of the library and check that book out or read that book, more power to them. But I don't want any kid, not even my own, that is about to enter adulthood, I don't want them learning or having access to this until they are an adult and they make a decision to go and read it or go and buy it. So again, this is not about censorship. This is about being a responsible adult. So all in that, I want to introduce you to Bonnie Wallace. Bonnie, thank you so much for bringing this to light and bringing this to me so that I could be aware of what's going on, because as a Republican nominee for House District 119, I am here to be a voice for my advocates, for the residents, for the constituents. And I want to be able to help in protecting their children. Bonnie, thank you.